皆さん、こんばんは。本日はご参加いただきありがとうございました。今日もディジモンバトルが続きます。Anyways, we are back with some more commentary for you guys. All jokes aside, I did want to do that for you, TJ, because this will be the last episode that he will be on for at least a couple of weeks. Sadly for me, he will be leaving off to Japan. It's good and bad. You deserve this trip. And I'm excited for you to go. But this was me trying to give you a little splash of Japan before you leave.
I appreciate it. Thank you. It was beautiful. I felt caressed by your words. It was great. I loved it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm needing this trip, man. Mental wear and tear is hitting.
Yeah, and I know you've been looking forward to this for a long time now, so I'm excited to see you go and enjoy yourself. It'll be a good time, I'm sure. But we are filming this literally the night after we recorded these matches, because TJ, the mad lad that he is, flies out in 6 hours now?
Yeah, well, I leave in 6 hours. I fly out in 10. But yeah,
fair. But we do have 3 rounds here. As always, we're going to kind of release them in a staggered way so that you can kind of enjoy one game per day. This first round we have is Jorel playing Red Hybrids on the left, and our very own Pinhead playing Devas on the right. And you've been cooking with this list. You have been doing very, very well with it.
I looked at one of the top lists on DigimonCardMeta.com. I changed like 2 cards in it, and it's been working so far.
But yeah, I think what we tried to do this particular set of locals was try to get as many of like the newer decks, on cam so that we can showcase this for you guys. We're trying to be better about it. I know we tend to have a good mix of off meta and meta, but particularly with the new set just being released recently, we are trying to get more meta matches for you. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. So thank you all for tuning in. For those who are new and just checking our channel out for the first time, welcome, and hopefully what you see here and some of the other videos that we have on the channel has convinced you to keep tuning in and joining the journey with us. For those who are always tuning in, thank you for all the support. We really do appreciate every one of you. It's been great seeing the channel grow, and you guys have been every bit a part of it. So we will link the rounds as they come out in each video in the description down below. What was I gonna say? We will also have our socials, which includes our Twitter, our Instagram, our Discord, as well as our TCG Player affiliate in the link tree that'll be in the video description as well. The Discord is something that we're gonna keep pushing. We really want folks to interact with us and stay up to date on the latest announcements that we have through our Discord. So if you haven't joined it yet, please do feel free to do so. And without further ado, let's hop right into the round over here.
Free tax settlement. Thank you, IRS. That's so great for me. That's a great way to start the night. So Davis has been very fun. It is a very weird deck to play because you were basically saying, hey, I'm going to full send memory on your side, and then you need to play smart around my board. Otherwise, you can potentially just give me a lot of effects that are going to pop off.
What was the first card that you played?
That was Indramon. I played Indra, and so the way Davis works, to sort of explain it to people, because I know it's a bit of a weird deck. So it works around all the, I think it's 12 Davis. There's 3 for each Sovereign. And basically when you play one out, you on-play draw one, and then you can place 1 card with the David trait in your breeding area, so long as it is not already in the, so long as the card is not already like a card with, so long as a card with the same name is not already in the battle area or in trash.
I see.
And then you pretty much, I went into Zhuzhou here. Zhuzhou has 1 Digivolving Delete, 1 Digimon with the David trait or 6,000 DP or less, so I popped the Flamemon. And then when a Digimon is deleted, I gain Security Tech +1. And then I also have the Security Tech +1 inheritable from Indra. So I was able to do 3 checks there very early.
You're debating the Genai, but you end up choosing to play out another Indra, it looks like.
That is a... I can't remember the freaking snake's name. Hold on, let me pull up the list. Because the names are a little bit weird. I'm still not entirely used to all the names.
And we do apologize for the glare.
Sandira.
I know Sandira, gotcha. I know a few of you guys have pointed it out in the comments on previous videos, but unfortunately, like the best place for us to record is also like right underneath a light fixture. So like unless we move our entire setup and try to find room somewhere else, like it will be a little bit hard, but we'll do our best to kind of clarify as best we can. Jorel here was able to build up into a stack. He does have that Atomic Inferno that you checked live.
Yeah.
But
so he popped my Zhuzhou. And Zhuzhou has on deletion delete one of my opponent's Digimon with the highest DP.
Yeah.
So it popped his Emperor Grey in return.
He's just playing out the Gravity Crush again just to remind himself that he will lose 2 memory at the passage of turn. We do swing 2 checks here with the Burning Grey, which allows you to Ace Evo into a Zulong to bounce it.
Yep.
And then he goes into Burning again. Then I
go into Ebenwu.
Oh, man.
Which Ebenwu on Evo and on play. I can suspend a number of Digimon on my opponent's board equal to Digimon that I have with the Devo for Sovereign Straight in play. And then as next unsuspend phase, none of his Digimon unsuspend, basically.
Another Gravity Crush to play out a Flamemon. Unfortunately, only can pick up the Aguni. That's going to be rough.
Jorel's idea here is, I think it's decent. His mindset is like, let me just go ahead and just wideboard to make it so that you can't like stop all of my swings. But I just end up swinging for 2 checks with the Zulong because of the Sandira inheritable, and then I can just swing for the game with everyone.
Right.
So,
and I almost feel like Deva is a rougher matchup for Red Hybrid because like you don't have the time to wait for your opponent to like climb up into a stack. You're slamming them down. And then all of your level 6s are like Ace Evo. So like if Red Hybrid wants to do what Red Hybrid wants to do, which is like swing Unga Boonga, you just Ace Evo and like mess them up.
Yep. Yeah, so it's very easy to punish a lot of their... Oh, so me and Jorel were joking. He said he was doing the California cut when he was cutting my deck, which is just cutting it a lot of different ways, like a bunch of different times. And so I was just messing with him. I did the same thing. But yeah, Devas and Sovereigns... I'm just going to call it Sovereigns from now on. Sovereigns definitely shines the most in matchups versus decks that want to swing with low end. So like against like decks like Crossheart, does pretty decent against decks like hybrids, like Melga. You really have to change the way you think about the match and control my board state. Because if you try and swing, a lot of times you probably just gonna get punished for it.
Right.
But I'll play draw Kumbira, and I'm able to play Antila in the back, and that's the EX-4 Antila with Alliance, which is a very neat tech that's in the deck. Pretty fun.
See Jorel play out a Searcher Flamemon to pick up a Takuya. Does bottom deck a couple pieces, but I think he's in an okay spot. He goes on top of the Flamemon to go into Aguni. I feel like here he could probably just drop. Okay, yeah. Drops another Flamemon and decides to pick up the Burning Grey. Bottom decking the Emperor Greymon. Oh, decides to pick up Emperor. Bottom decks the Burning and the Gravity Crush.
He was not super happy with his reveals, if I remember right. So go ahead, promote Antila, Alliance with the Kumbira.
Jeez.
Go ahead and do 2 checks.
And you played on Majira.
And I did not have another Sovereign to place out, so just pass over a bunch of memory, but it's fine. That's what we do.
Yeah.
I figured also he doesn't really have any like, tamers on board, so he's gonna have to spend the memory to drop a tamer and then go up a line.
Right. His hand's just sort of like in an unfortunate situation here. He's got an Atomic, a Gravity Crush, 2 Emperors, and just Crimson and 1 Takuya. No level 4 hybrid. Well, actually, no, he has one. No, he has an Alda, right? Or is that a new?
Yeah, he has an Alda. He has an Alda.
Oh, that's rough.
So he swings a Goonie. I believe I stopped myself. I can Biramon effect, which is all turns when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, I draw a card. So I did that first. And then I'm debating which one I want to Evo over here. I decided to go Kumbira, considering his effect's already used up, I believe. Yeah.
Go ahead and bounce the Aguni off a Zulong effect, which is a level 5 or below, right?
And then I can unsuspend one of my Digimon with the Deva 4 Great Dragons or 4 Sovereign Straight, so I just unsuspended Zulong.
Drops his Takuya, then goes into... Goes into Burning Grey, goes into Alda.
And pops that, which causes me to delete the Digimon with the highest level. Jorel mentioned he was just like, I am not reading things. Jorel was saying, he's like, I am not reading things and I am being punished for it.
I mean, arguably though, I feel like this is a deck also too that like not a lot of people are used to playing. You know, it's a very unique mechanic. Even oh man, again.
Yeah, he swings.
Zhuchao Ace to pop the Uko.
And then Aguni dies swinging into the Zhuchao because I'm bigger DP now.
Yeah, I just don't think people are prepped for this. Like I remember testing this against you that one night before I left for LA, and I was just like, whoa, if I run into this, I'm like completely messed up. So
you hard dropped the BT7 to Kuya, and then also gave me 2 extra memory because of the Gravity Crush earlier. I play out a Loyalty here, which lets me add a card. Well, I can either place a card under one of my Digimon with the Deva or 4 Sovereigns traits, or I can add it to hand, and then I can return the rest of the cards to the top or bottom of deck. This one I'm debating what I want to grab.
Yeah.
I'm debating if I want to grab a Zhuchao or Makura, because I can't grab Feng Long, because Feng Long is a God Beast, so he does not count as one of the cards I can grab.
You put them on bottom. Yeah. Analog Youth allows you to pick up one of the 2. You do pick up the Azulong, you trash the rest. Which is not bad. You know, I think Feng Long needs to have pieces in trash as well to do stuff, if I'm not mistaken. So you do want to set him up that way.
Yeah. Analog Youth is very, very good for the deck. Swing Zhuchao here. And then I think I dropped Makura? No, I dropped Katura. And then I place Makura in the back,
Okay, so Jorel pushes up with the Uko. He's allowed to hatch again and gain a memory off of Uko's promotion effect. He does have the BT7 Takuya, which will allow him to climb back up into another level 6 if he decides to do so, which he does. Uses its effect to pop the
Katura, because the blocker. Katura just has the on-play effect like the rest of them do, and then just has blocker aside from that, and then blocker inheritable. So it was a good pop.
Plays the Flamemon from BT7 and pick up another Emperor. And here he's probably going to swing for what, like 3 checks? 3 checks at a big number. Decides to swing over. Okay.
Yeah, he swings at Zhuchao, which will cause me to. Oh, well, I'm debating if I want to ace here to mess up the rest of his board.
So you do go into.
I was gonna go Zulong. Yeah, I decided to go Ebonwu instead. So to suspend both the Uko and the Flamemon, so there can't be any aggression coming out of there. And then his Emperor Grace swinging into the Zhuchao allows me to pop his Emperor on deletion.
So he does recur the Takuya out because of, I believe it's Emperor Gray's effect.
Yeah, he stopped for a second and he started activating his inheritables real quick first.
Which then allows him to climb back up into the Emperor Gray, allowing him to pop the Ebonwu. And then he decides to play just another Flamemon, Okay. Not bad. Not a bad turn from him.
Go ahead. I count my cards with Deva or 4 Sovereigns traits. Because I think I play the Cardinal card here.
What does the big Cardinal do?
Slamma-Jamma. So Holy Beast, Great Cardinal positions is while I have a Digimon with the Deva or 4 Sovereigns trait, I may ignore this card's color requirements, and then when it would be used, I can reduce the cost by 1 for each Deva or 4 Sovereigns trait card with a different name in my trash. So that includes the options as well, because they have 4 Sovereigns and Deva traits.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then main, I may play 1 Digimon card with Feng Longmon in its name from my hand without paying the cost. So I do that, and then the card goes in the trash, and then Feng Longmon's on-play effect allows me to return up to 4 cards with the Deva or 4 Sovereigns trait from trash from the bottom of my deck. And I can neg my opponent's board by 4 KDP for each card returned for the turn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so then he pushes up Flamemon, attempts to just swing for some chip. I go Zulong and just bounce it.
this is rough.
Yeah, and at this point, Jorel's just not too sure what to do, so he just ends up searching. So I go ahead, swing Fang Long, do his effect. The on-play effect also activates when attacking, so I just go ahead and neg another 16k to his board just to be safe. And then also when attacking effective, because I have a 4 Sovereigns on board, I can trash top card of my opponent's security for each card with the 4 Sovereigns trait that is on my board when attacking.
So you trashed one and then swung, and then that was it.
Yeah, for each of my Digimon with the 4 Sovereigns trait, trash top card of my opponent's security stack.
Which includes Fang Long itself too, right?
Or no, Fang Long is only God Beast. He is not a 4 Sovereign. So I swung, trashed one because of a Zulong being there, then checked one with him, and then was able to swing for game with a Zulong.
Gotcha. Nice. Well, I mean, that is showcasing Sovereigns at its best. I mean, that was really well played by you. Like I said earlier, I think a rougher matchup for Red Hybrid because you end up just proccing all those Ace Evos, which is on the rougher side for that matchup. But I think a very interesting deck. You know, Sovereigns is something that I think a lot of people are sleeping on. It's a fun deck. It looks real fun watching you play it, and I've definitely seen the damage it can do for sure. Yeah,
it is. It's very fun. It's a very fun deck. It's pretty much just like hand trap the deck in a way, and it's just super cool because it really like utilizes the Ace mechanic like to the fullest extent that we can right now, and I love it so much.
And what's nice about it too is that the Ace cards are all like technically rares and uncommons, right? So like you don't have to worry about.
Pretty affordable outside of Fang Long.
Yeah. So definitely an interesting deck. Well played to you. You've been cooking with this list, so it's nice to see you cook with it on cam. And we will be moving over to the next round. Thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you think. And as of before, please do check out our socials. We'd love to interact with you there. And we'll see you on the Flippy Flip. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.